So today, we're going to break down something called Casino Kombat. It's this whole system that flips the script on gambling. Think less game of chance and more like a military operation. We're going to look at their strategies, their intel network, basically their entire playbook. You ready? Let's get into it.
All right, so let's start with a big question, one that really frames this whole thing. Think about it. When you walk onto a casino floor, is it all just random luck? Or are you running a calculated operation? This entire system is built from the ground up on that second idea.
And that's where this idea of the recreational sharp comes in. It's the core identity here. Now, this is not your average person at the slot machine. Not at all. This is someone who sees every casino trip as a mission. They're armed with actual tactical strategies to get an edge. It's a total mindset shift.
Okay, Section 1, the casino battlefield. This is all about the fundamental philosophy of turning what seems like chance into a real strategy.
And the core idea? It's actually pretty simple, but it's powerful. You know, most people just kind of wander around a casino? Yeah, forget that. With this mindset, you hit the floor with a plan, a mission, and the exact right tools for that specific job. Every single move has a purpose.
Okay, so what are these tools we're talking about? Let's open up the tactical armory. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty, the actual strategies that are the heart of the Casino Kombat system.
So check this out. This table pretty much lays out their whole arsenal. And you'll notice right away, every single strategy is tied to a specific mission. It's not one size fits all. You've got aggressive moves like TRG 1, which is all about a quick hit and run. Get in, grab the profit, get out. You're minimizing your exposure. But then you've got stuff like TRG 2, which is more of an endurance play. It's for those long sessions where you're trying to rack up tier credits. And look at TRG 3. It's not even a betting system, it's a buying system. It's all about defense, about building a bulletproof bankroll. It really is a complete toolkit for pretty much any situation you'll face on that battlefield.
And this right here, this is what I find fascinating. It shows you how these strategies aren't just standalone things. They're all part of one big interconnected system. Just look at TRG 4. They call it the lethal evolution of TRG 2, but it actually pulls in mechanics from TRG 1. It shows you there's a real progression here. You can start combining tactics for some pretty advanced maneuvers.
Okay, so you've got your weapons, right? But any good soldier knows an armory is useless without good intel and support. So this next part is all about how you get that intel and manage your operations. Right, so this is way more than just a book of strategies. It's a whole support system. You've got Digital HQ. Think of that as your command center. It's where you get your briefings. Then there's FRED, kind of like your quartermaster, the guy who gets you all the files and tools you need for the mission. And finally, TRACK. That's your debriefing tool. It lets you analyze what you did, how it went, and fine-tune your tactics for next time. It covers the whole cycle: strategy, logistics, and analysis. And this is how it all flows together. It's a really clear operational loop. See, the whole system is designed to be this repeatable process. You get your briefing, you get your tools, you execute, and then you analyze your results. It's all about turning every single casino visit into a learning experience, so you're constantly getting sharper for the next mission.
All right, so we've covered the general operations. Now, we're going to the most exclusive part of this whole world. This is about getting into the inner circle, an elite fraternity. And trust me, the tone here shifts. It gets a lot more serious.
I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? We don't let just anyone in. That's a gate, a big one. This is not some open-door club. It's designed from the ground up to be super selective. They put up a high barrier to make sure only the most dedicated people even get a chance to knock on the door.
So, how do you even get a shot at getting in? Well, it's basically a test of your intel gathering skills. You literally have to go back, listen to the early episodes, and find a key piece of hidden information, the real-world name of a location they just call Casino 2. Then you email it in. It's a straight-up test of your attention to detail.
And listen, the stakes are really high. You get 3 tries, that's it. 3 chances to pass the test. If you fail a third time, you're burned. That means you are permanently locked out. No second chances. It really drives home the kind of seriousness and precision this group demands. Now, for the few who actually make it inside, the perks go beyond just being in the community. Members get access to premier casino hosting services, and these are handled personally by the group's founder. That's a whole other layer of operational advantage right there.
Okay, so let's wrap this briefing up. Time to consolidate our intel. What's the big takeaway from this whole tactical overview?
After getting all this information, what's your next mission?
When you boil it all down, the entire Casino Kombat ecosystem really stands on three main pillars. First, you have the armory, which gives you the actual strategies for the casino floor. Second, you have the intel, all the tools for education and analysis you need to use those strategies well. And third, you have the fraternity, that exclusive community for the most hardcore operatives. It's a complete package: strategy, support, and community.
And that right there is the end of our briefing. We've basically laid out the entire operational map for you. So, the final question? That one's for you. Now that you've been briefed on the operation, what's your next move?
And just before we sign off, a very important reminder. This content is meant for informational and entertainment purposes only. Past performance is not an indicator of future results. Please always gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know might have a gambling problem and needs help, please call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 1-800-GAMBLERChat.org.